title of my story is Birthday. Birthday. It was April 5th, 2020, my birthday. I was dolled up in a baby pink silk sari and kept glancing at the front door, around the room, expecting a birthday present from my husband. A beautifully wrapped one, a surprise with my favorite things. Anything would be nice. But now it was 10 p.m., raining, and I still hadn't found my present. No Amazon truck braked loudly. No front doorbell rang. My special day was about to be over, but I didn't want it to be over. So putting my pride aside, I asked him softly, my eyes focused on my fidgety pink toes, "Hey, John, where's my present?" But he blew up in a rage. I had never seen him blow up in a rage. This was shocking to me. Anger was turning his unshaven face red, darkening his sage green eyes as he leaned towards me, shaking both his hands palms up in there yelling, "It is COVID! How am I supposed to get your fucking birthday present?" What? I stared at him blankly. Who's this yelling man? Is this my husband, this man? Still in his red and green checkered Christmas pajamas? Glaring at me? Did he really start a fight about a birthday present? COVID. What did COVID have anything to do with my birthday present? But his words had slapped me, and I ran out in pain into the backyard, away from the room, rapidly filling with the poison of an unfolding truth that choked me. He didn't love me anymore. He didn't love me anymore. And as I lay crouched on a bare wooden patio swing, face up, warm tears blended with the cold rain, releasing my need to be loved by the man living in my house. Through April and May of 2020, both COVID and our marriage lingered. Then Rosa came into the picture in June of 2020, when we rented out our garage. An attractive lady, much older than both of us. Since I was at work till 11 p.m. daily, I'm a nurse, my husband, who worked from home, ended up showing her the property and doing the paperwork. A few months later, I realized that my attractive elderly renter and my young handsome husband were becoming friends, going for groceries together, cooking barbecue at our home poolside, and chatting on the phone. I was glad that he'd found a friend and seemed so much happier. He called her old lady mother. She called him her son. They ended up having an affair. How did I find out? Well, I came home early one day and saw him come out of her room, which the door was closed. And instead of asking me, like, "Why are you home so early?" he just burst out, "Oh, I was just helping the old lady with her computer issues." Something didn't feel right. I confronted him. "What's going on between the two of you? Why was that door closed?" "Oh, the wind was blowing hard, so we closed the door," he whimpered. I thought, we? When did they become a we? It was his demeanor, the muffled tone, the shifty eyes which added to my suspicion, making my fears yell out, "What is going on between the two of you? Tell me the truth." But a scared voice inside me was begging, "Please don't say it. Please don't say it." But he did say it. "Yeah, something is going on." I wasn't ready for those words, the truth. I wanted him to throw his lies at me that I could cling on to and continue the facade of a happy marriage. I hoped that after this fight, he would hug me, kiss me, and tease me on being a typical suspicious wife. And then we would make the usual insipid love, and normal would chug along on the broken junctions of our marriage. But he did say those words. And I found myself editing the story I wanted to tell myself, narrowing my emotional lens to accommodate the ugly truth that, yes, they were having sex. I gave us both an escape route in a promptly created lie. Cheating, cheap thrills. And he said, yeah, cheap thrills. Our lives leaned on each other. During the next few days, Rosa left, insisting she was like his mother. During the next few days, hubby insisted she was like his mother. In the next few weeks, marriage therapy started. In the next 6 months, I found a text message on his work phone from Rosa. Meet me in the park, ETA 6:30. Another confrontation happens. This time he falls on his knees. Oh, forgive me, I messed up. I have a connection with her. We're not physically intimate. I had him pack his bags. Truth doesn't always set you free. Sometimes it jams you. I didn't know what to do. I was torn between wanting him and not wanting him. I knew they had had sex, but he kept insisting they had not. And his lie was a savior for me. It kept me alive. Months passed. He was now desperate to get back. I called him one night. The only way to get back is if you tell the truth. Did you have sex with her? He paused and then whispered, yes, I did. Oh gosh, those words were so hard to hear. I felt vomit shoot up in the back of my mouth. Grabbing the keys, I drove from 1 a.m. till 4 a.m. on some dim-lit streets of my neighborhood, blinded by my singeing cold street tears. On returning home, I saw he was back home, sleeping on the couch, fetal position. I couldn't sleep and waited till the morning to have him call Rosa on his cell phone. She picked up saying, hello, darling. Why are you calling me so early? I retorted back, it's not your darling. It's Asiya, the wife, and you are on speaker. So, Rosa, my husband, who's sitting here right next to me, he's like a son to you, right? A weak yes was heard on the speaker. I was now clenching the phone, shivering with anger and disgust at her continuous lying. I wanted to claw her face and spit on his. But all I could do was yell into her phone. Really, Rosa? So every time my husband put his penis inside your vagina, you had enjoyed being fucked by your own son, you whore? I threw that phone as far as I could, recoiling at the sound of my own words, then ran into my bedroom and collapsed, sobbing on my soft bed, which hugged me, my wrecked body, wrecked by the turbulence of a silent betrayal. There was nothing left to save that marriage. We got divorced. Now time passes. I do have some insight and answers to all those whys which used to bother me. Why was my ex-husband cheating artist, con artist, so miserable all the time? Why did he have an affair with an elderly woman or mother figure or just anybody? And why was I bargaining my insecurities about my size, my average looks, or his good looks, regardless of his behavior? Hubby had admitted once that he'd been cheating on me from the beginning of our marriage, hooking up on dating sites. Then came along COVID, where nobody touches anything or anybody. All relationships, social graces, and etiquette have come down to the survival of the cleanest. Nobody wanted the deadly COVID, which had its own commandments. Thou shalt not touch. Thou shalt maintain a 6 feet distance from another individual. Thou shalt wear a mask. Thou shalt not exchange fluids. Sex with strangers in hotel rooms or anywhere was now taboo, not worth the risk of dying. And the poor husband was stuck with me, a wife. He had nobody to play the cheating game with. His inventory had dried up. And then Rosa showed up at her doorstep. God sent. He was already horny. She got horny. There was COVID everywhere. They had no place to go. Our house was simply convenient. And I'm sure they washed their hands. With time, the little me grew and gained confidence. Made me believe I was okay, that he was a weak man and didn't show it. I was a strong woman but didn't know it. One day in yoga class, I saw my reflection after a calming yoga pose. Caught myself laughing, looking radiant, almost pretty, as a loose tendril caressed my perspiration-soaked face, making me wonder, is that me? Another day, I saw resolution in my eyes. Friends performed kintsugi on my broken heart, the Japanese art of reviving and broken objects with gold and silver dust. My friends used warm kisses, and families' hugs revived my soul. Birthdays can be rebirths. I did get my birthday present that night, the courage to face the truth. That evening, and this evening, I'm wearing the same baby pink outfit I wore for my birthday that day. But the outfit is wearing a different me.